Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year. My name is Drew and once again you are watching To the Theme Park Dude. In today's video I show the top roller coasters opening across the United States and Canada in 2025. Before I begin, I'd like you to hit that subscribe button as well as the like button to support the channel. Now, off to the video. So first off, heading on to Orlando, Florida, we have Epic Universe opening next year at Universal Orlando Resort. This is a all-new theme park, but looking specifically at the roller coasters, we have Stardust Racers, which is a Mack multi-launch coaster that will put guests like they're riding a shooting star. And at night, there's going to be lights on the train, so it's only going to light up looking like comets in the sky. This will be the park's signature huge coaster, and it'll be dueling with multiple inversions, super intense, and looks to be like a lot of fun. Next up, heading to the Dark Universe area of the park, we have Curse of the Werewolf, which is a mock spinning coaster, and this is a smaller coaster, probably more geared towards the families. Nothing too crazy, but it still looks like a lot of fun, and there's going to be a cool show scene inside the barn. You're going to go forwards and backwards, and there seems to be animatronic werewolves as well on this attraction. Now heading on to How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk, we have Hiccup's Wing Gliders, which is an Intamin multi-launch coaster, and this is going to be something similar to Hagrid's, but more like a traditional roller coaster style seating. And there also is confirmed to be animatronics on this attraction. It will take you all throughout this highly immersive themed land. And the final roller coaster opening at Epic Universe next year in 2025 is Minecart Madness, which is Donkey Kong themed in Super Nintendo World. Now, this coaster recently opened only a couple weeks ago at Universal Studios Japan, so there already is videos online of this actual ride, but it looks like a lot of fun. I'm super excited to check it out next year. Epic Universe opens May 22nd at Universal Orlando Resort and will include these 4 roller coasters. Now let's head on to our next roller coaster. Six Flags Over Georgia is opening a brand new roller coaster next year, and it's the first of its kind ever, Georgia Surfer, which is going to be an Intamin ultra surf coaster, which seems kind of similar to like almost like a boomerang or a I guess like a half pipe coaster where it goes back and forth. It looks to be a lot of fun. You're going to spin around. You're going to be kind of like surfing, I guess. This is nothing like Pipeline, which is a B&M surf coaster at SeaWorld Orlando. That's like a huge full-scale roller coaster. This is a smaller coaster, but it still looks to be like a lot of fun, and I'm for sure going to check it out next year because I do plan to visit Six Flags Over Georgia for the first time next year. And it looks to be like a lot of fun. It was originally supposed to come out in 2024, so you might have seen this coaster if you watched last year's video, but yes, it was delayed 2025. But yeah, excited to check this one out. Now, another Six Flags coaster is the Flash Vertical Velocity. This is a Vekoma Super Boomerang that's coming to Great Adventure, which, if you're not aware of, Great Adventure just lost 2 roller coasters with King Decat and Green Lantern, which was the stand-up B&M coaster. Now, they're not replacing any of those. This is going right near the Justice League Battle for Metropolis Dark Ride, and a new coaster is confirmed to be coming in 2026 that will replace King Decat and Green Lantern, which is going to be a giant launch coaster. Not much details are known, but there's been a ton of rumors thrown out there. I'll make a whole video about that later on. But yeah, looking at the Flash Vertical Velocity, it looks like a lot of fun. The Super Boomerang came over from China, I believe. So it's nice to see because there was a version of this in China. And I know this is the first United States one. So hopefully these can get cloned because they look to be a lot of fun, a lot of inversions, backwards, forwards, high speeds. Yeah, it just looks like a good time. Now, those are going to be the 2 major additions with Six Flags, but we actually have one more Six Flags coaster, and that is the Wrath of Rakasha, which is a Six Flags Great America coaster, and it will be a B&M dive coaster. Now, this is going to be very similar to, I guess, Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger at Fiesta, Texas that opened a couple years ago. So it's nice to see these big B&M coasters opening up at these Six Flags parks. But Wrath of Rakasha, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but it does look to be fun in the POV, some cool inversions. It will be great for the Chicago area since this coaster is in Illinois, right near Chicago. Great America is a fun park. I definitely want to try to get out there at some point because they have like Max Force and a lot of other fun roller coasters, but this will just add another great coaster to the lineup. Now, going to the Cedar Fair parks, which are now technically also Six Flags parks since the merger happened earlier this year, which was a huge thing in the theme park industry. Looking at a park that technically is not in the United States, it's in Canada, at Canada's Wonderland. We have Alpine Fury, which is a Premier Rides multi-launch coaster. Now, this coaster will go right through Wonder Mountain, which is the park's like icon, something like Cinderella Castle at Magic Kingdom, or the Arches at Universal Studios. Wonder Mountain is Canada Wonderland's huge icon. Now, they haven't had a new coaster since Yukon Striker opened a few years ago, which is coincidentally a B&M dive coaster. Now, with this Premier Rides coaster. It looks to be a lot of fun. I mean, Premier Rides, I've only been on a few of their rides like Mummy and Icebreaker at SeaWorld Orlando, but those are both a lot of fun. And to see them going full thrill with this one and not kind of making it a family coaster, there's tons of inversions, high speeds. I believe it has the most inversions on a multi-launch coaster, I believe is what I guess the stat is for this. I know this breaks some records. And it looks to be like a lot of fun. Alpine Fury opening in 2025 at Canada's Wonderland. And now going to another Cedar Fair park, we have Rapterra opening at King's Dominion. Now, King's Dominion just got Toombuli a couple years ago, which was a SNS free spin coaster, and staying in that same area on the plot of land where Volcano, the blast coaster, used to be, we have this all-new B&M wing coaster. Now, there isn't any B&M wing coasters really anywhere nearby except for Dollywood with Wild Eagle, which is still like a nice 7-8 hours away. And I have been to that park. That's the only B&M wing coaster I've ever been on, so I'm super excited to check this out because I'm also planning to get to King's Dominion next year as well, because I go to school at Clemson, which is in South Carolina, so except for the summer, Christmas time, and a few other breaks, I'm up there, so I really have to try to find the parks up there to go to, because I haven't really been to a lot of them besides Carowinds, and yeah, so hoping for that in 2025. But now our final Cedar Fair coaster opening next year is Siren's Curse, which is a Vekoma tilt coaster. Now, which was rumored to originally be coming to Energylandia, but was purchased by Cedar Fair and is now coming to Cedar Point. This is an interesting addition to me because it's also right next to their B&M dive coaster, Valraven, and this is also like a dive coaster because like you get tilted down and drop. So it just seems like a weird addition to me. I definitely would have rather them had something different, maybe a B&M flying coaster, or just something, I don't know, unique. Because I know it's hard for Cedar Point to find new coaster types because they have so many different coasters already, and they don't have a tilt coaster, so I can see why they wanted it. But for me, tilt coasters, I don't know. It looks to be okay though, and some fun, times. Seems to be a little bit more on the family side, or more, I guess, tame. So that's something that Cedar Point needs, so that's a cool addition. And now we have one final coaster on this list. It is the Big Bad Wolf, the Wolf's Revenge. This is opening at Busch Gardens Williamsburg and is a B&M family invert coaster. This is going to be very similar to Phoenix Rising, which opened up this year, or last year in 2024 at Busch Gardens Tampa, and it is now, there's a version, it's not a clone, there is a different layout, but the same type of coaster is now coming to the park's sister park, Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Looks to be, okay, family coaster paying homage to the original Big Bad Wolf coaster, which was very unique and very special, but for Bolton replaced that like 10 years ago. But I will be back at Busch Gardens Williamsburg hopefully next year as well to check this coaster out. Now, thank you all for reaching the end of this video, and if you enjoyed, please remember to leave a massive like and subscribe for future theme park content. Comment down below which coaster you are most excited to ride in 2025. This has been the largest year ever for the channel, and I cannot wait to make 2025 even larger. So thank you all for the support. And yeah, thanks again for watching, and have a great rest of everyone. See ya. Bye.